Right, well, I think everyone could see this coming. Sony and PlayStation has shut down Concord game developer Firewalk Studios. They spent over $400 million on this and marketing. So over $400 million on development, incredible sums of money on marketing. This is probably the biggest bomb in gaming history. And Sony has just gone, let's just nuke it. Who cares? I mean, obviously they do care, but it's pretty mad. And you know, we're seeing this because a lot of game developers and games companies are just embracing DEI and ESG, and as a result of that, no one's buying their games. And then sadly, off the back end of that is, of course, there's been about 15 game developers, game studios that have shut down, which is pretty crazy actually when you think about it. Just in this year alone. Just in this year alone. You know, if you stopped embracing this nonsense, this stuff wouldn't happen. So, yeah, this has been an abject failure on every metric. So let's take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn those bell notifications on. And this article's linked down below. So, Sony Interactive Entertainment and PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst announced that it has shut down Concord developer Firewalk Studios about a year after it purchased it from probably monsters. Look at the state of this stuff. Look at the utter state of it. In a post to the Sony Interactive Entertainment website, Hulst wrote, quote, "As part of our ongoing efforts to strengthen SEI's studio business, we've had to make a difficult decision relating to two of our studios, Neon Koi and Firewalk. Regarding Firewalk, as announced in early September, an important update on Concord, certain aspects of Concord were exceptional, but others did not land with enough players, and as a result, we took the game offline. We've spent considerable time these past few months exploring all of our options. After much thought, we've determined the best path forward is to permanently sunset the game and close the studio. I want to thank all Firewalk for their craftsmanship, creative spirit and dedication." Well, a few things. This was not a difficult decision. What game cost hundreds of millions of dollars? What game didn't earn anything? Oh, Firewalk. Yeah, we'll just, Concord by Firewalk. Yeah, we'll just bin them. Who cares? I mean, it's not a difficult decision remotely. And then this is hilarious as well. Land with enough players. Mate, you didn't even break 1,000 players. Hundreds of millions of dollars. You couldn't even get 1,000 people to play it. Like, are you high? That's crazy. So Hulst then added, quote, "The PvP first-person shooter genre is a competitive space that's continuously evolving, and unfortunately, we did not hit our targets with this title. We'll take the lessons learned from Concord and continue to advance our live service capabilities to deliver future growth in this area." Don't. PvP first-person shooters, these online games, are garbage. Don't. Just make some really good single-player stuff. Come on. I know none of this is easy news to hear, particularly with colleagues and friends departing SIE. Both decisions were given serious thought, and unfortunately we feel they are the right ones to strengthen the organisation. Yeah, get rid of the dead weight. Neon Koi and Firewalk were home to many talented individuals. Again, that's demonstrably not true, because if they were, this wouldn't have happened. Also, you wouldn't have come up with this. Like, this is not talent. What is this? God. And we will work to find placement for some of those impacted within our global community of studios where possible. Look at the utter state of this shit. So Hulst then concluded, "I'm a big believer in the benefits of embracing creative experimentation and developing new IP. However, growing through sustainable financials, especially in a challenged economic environment, is critical." Basically, we can't spend loads of money when we're not getting anything. Like, this is bad. "While today is a difficult day, there is much to look forward to in the months ahead from the studio business group and our teams. I remain confident that we are building a resilient and capable organisation driven by creating unforgettable entertainment experiences for our players." Look at the state of this. Who looked at this and thought, you know what, this is grade A, mate. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. This is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This, ladies and gents, this is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The fact that this cost hundreds of millions of dollars is... I mean, it's a travesty. How did this cost that much? Genuinely, how? Yeah, that's madness. It's absolute madness. Genuinely crazy. So, whatever. Well, I mean, it deserved to die. And it says this: the closure of Firewalk Studios comes after Concord game director Ryan Ellis announced that the game was going to be taken offline less than 2 weeks after the game's release. It could even last 2 weeks. Look at the state of this on Steam. All-time peak was only 697. And the problem with this game was, right, was obviously, you know, you're selling it looking like this, right? So, no, you know, the tiny percentage of the gaming market was like, oh yeah, I'll buy that, which resulted in obviously 697 players. But the problem is that when it's a game like this, it relies on players being online to play against them. So if you cater this live service PvP game to the minority, which they did, right, then what happens is that no one plays it because the minority of players can't sustain a game when you've got to play against one another. And so that's what happened. People were waiting like 10 minutes for a match. No one wants to sit there waiting 10 minutes for a match. Are you high? Like, obviously. But, you know, I guess, you know, you hit your market. And the real lesson here, Sony, is that the market's small. Stop catering to them. You know, you made a game specifically for this market. Well done. You got them. 697 of them. And now you can, you know, put that down as a failure and move on. And don't do it again. Look at the state of this. Look at it. Who thought this was a good idea? Who looked at this on the character concept designs and was like, yeah, man, this is cool. Let's approve that. It doesn't make any sense. Anyone in their right mind would look at this and go, yeah, people don't want to play this. This is terrible. Jesus. Like, actually, what on earth is this? So, look, it is what it is. Utterly hilarious, though. So, Firewalk, completely dead now. And Sony's to blame, you know, for this as well. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, massive failure. Let me know what you think down below. Will the gaming industry learn? Probably not.